Hi, this is Greg again with RV Camping Connect. On the last video I did, I talked about the sales funnel and I went over some of the details of how this is going to benefit your RV dealership. The sales funnel really is a representation of our online marketing. Now, there's always been something in place to generate leads to bring sales to the dealership. However, over the years, this has become more and just to rewind a little bit, what we're talking about here is the online marketing that we do. Traditionally, you've already had some sort of funnel in place. Maybe you didn't really look at it this way, but this is the best way for us to communicate about the marketing and advertising that we do online, some of the stuff that you're already doing, and how it all funnels down with your leads down to the sale. This right here is supposed to look like that. Okay, so different sources of leads coming through your sales funnel. They go through different levels, different processes. At the end comes the payday. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about here is more at the top of the sales funnel in this process. I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about the quality of leads that come in to your sales funnel, and then I'm going to talk about the leaks that we talked about earlier. You know, every sales funnel is imperfect. You're just never going to have a perfect strategy that gets 100% close rate. It just doesn't happen. But what you want to do is minimize these holes in your sales funnel, start catching these leads that are falling out and get them back into your sales funnel. So that's what we're going to talk about. So the most important thing, I think, with high volume, low quality leads coming into the dealership is they're wasting your time. Okay, so I know online, some of the dealerships that I talk to, they talk about high traffic numbers to their website. Your website is just one point in the sales funnel. It may not be the very top of your sales funnel where all the leads are coming in. You need to think about it a little farther down here. You should have other things bringing in these leads, and you're beginning that process way in advance. So this is what I'm talking about. So all these leads coming in, the ones you want your sales staff to spend time with are the ones who are ready to buy, of course. So when it comes down to the website itself, you kind of got to look at it the same way, because you're spending resources getting the website traffic. And so what you're looking at is wasting resources. You're wasting money, possibly, if you have high volume traffic coming in, but a high bounce rate. So this is something that your website provider should be giving you every 30 days at least, or maybe you have constant access to this. So what's happening is, you know, all the different ways you have leads coming into, let's think of this as the website for a second. So all these different leads are coming in, but you have such a high volume, you're casting such a large net, maybe taking kind of a shotgun approach to getting leads in, that you're getting too many. So what's happening is a high volume of these people that are coming to your website. Maybe they weren't looking for the products you carry. Maybe they're not even in your neck of the woods. I know a lot of folks want to market really far out and broad, and on certain platforms it's a huge waste of money and time. So those are some big issues there. You know, what you want to do is you want lower volume traffic to the website, but higher quality. So these different lead sources, so if you're getting a report or you see in your reporting that your bounce rate is 40, 50, 60, 70% bounce rate, that's really high. You need to be shooting for as low as you can. 20, 30% is probably really healthy. Naturally, people are going to be leaving the website. They maybe clicked on the wrong thing, or they got there on some sort of search and it wasn't exactly what they're looking for. You're never going to avoid that. So the bounce rate is people going to your website and leaving within a few seconds. You know, they're not clicking on the next page. They're not searching your inventory. It's obvious that it's not the right traffic for you. Now, if you're utilizing a system like Google, Google is keeping track of this stuff, Facebook as well. So there's different types of marketing that you can do, and they are keeping track of this. So if you start to see a high bounce rate, high volume traffic, high bounce rate, it's actually hurting you in the eyes of Google, Facebook. What these guys do is they're tracking that. So what they're doing is they're guarding their asset. So I'm going to pick on Google for a second. Google's product is information. So if your information is not what their people are looking for, they're going to downgrade you in their eyes, in their system. So what they want is they want to serve up the right information, only the right information, only the best information to their people. Your customers are their customers. Just because people don't pay for a Google search service doesn't mean that that's not their customer. So that's what they do. They have their product information, and they have the people using the search engine. That's their customer. So they want to make sure both are put together properly. Whoever's searching for the certain information is getting just the right information. So again, it's hurting you on that front as well. So losing sales, costing you money, wasting time, and you're hurting yourself to these advertisers that you're paying. So you're paying to make this stuff happen, but you're casting too broad of a net, too loose with the search terms and things like that. Don't be fooled by thinking that high volume is good. It's not always good unless your bounce rate is low. So then the leaky funnel, let's see. That kind of leads into the same thing in one aspect with your salespeople. What you're doing is, like I said in my last video, what you're creating is a lead eating machine, and you don't want that. You don't want to burn through lots of inquiries and things like that. You don't want to spend your time doing that. You certainly don't want to pay for all these leads and these potential sales coming in if they don't quite line up with your product, service, your area. There's these sorts of demographics that need to line up in order for you to properly utilize and keep your costs down, keep the lead quality high. And then again, it comes down to follow-up as well. So if people are leaving the funnel, or if you just simply don't have all the time in the day, and I know most folks I talk to, and when I was on the lot as well, I was wearing multiple hats. I would be answering the phones, or I would be driving a forklift. I would be helping with the delivery. I wasn't always just on the phone with follow-ups and taking ups. Everybody's usually a skeleton crew wearing different hats. So poor follow-up is just part of the game. We just can't seem to get away from that because we all operate on tight budgets. And so this is going to help with that, believe it or not. So what you can do is utilize technology in the sales funnel that will do a lot of this follow-up. There is social media, there is email follow-ups, there's certain specific types of ads that can follow up in a way with folks. Maybe they didn't give you contact information, they didn't give you an opportunity to earn their business, but you can at least keep reminding them of your presence and influence their buying decision in your favor. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I don't want to make a super long video. I wanted to cover those things. The quality of the traffic and the leaks in your sales funnel. What we do, the things that we do online, the systems we help you set up. We work with your marketing managers, but we still do the bulk of the work. And what we're going to do is save you time and money in the long run. You can still have that person wearing multiple hats and helping out with other functions as needed on the lot at the dealership, but you always have us to lean back on and do the heavy lifting. So all the work that just eats up all the time in your day, if you had somebody full-time doing all the work that we did, it would cost you as another employee. And again, it would be 10 times the cost of working with us and with less experience and less knowledge. So not to put down marketing managers or anything, but unless they've worked at 30, 35, 40, 45 different RV dealerships, they're not going to have the same experience that we do today, right now. And so I wanted to convey that information to you guys. So again, contact me below, whether this is on YouTube or some other platform. There will be a way to get in touch with us or follow us or continue receiving these videos. And I hope this information is valuable for you guys. Again, this is Greg with RV Camping Connect. Thanks for your time.